Hi everyone, so if you watched my previous video, you know how much I love the scrap lance. I just enjoy this weapon. I think it's very powerful, really fun to use. Overall, I found it a very decent weapon. However, today I tried a weapon that felt exactly the opposite. Although it has kind of, relatively long reach, I think it's arguably one of the most punishable weapon in the game. And by that I mean you won't punish the enemy will punish you if you use it. Mostly things related to its skill. Yeah, the thing is that this weapon you're gonna get early in the game, you can actually buy it from the merchant in the camp, in the temporary campsite. I think because of that, you won't get really lots of attention. Again, you can easily buy it by just paying 3,600 at the merchant, at the grocery and buy it. But again, the question is, well, I need to try every single weapon, and I thought, alright, let's give this weapon a chance. I mean, after all, when enhanced to the max, it actually scales A in strength, so it shouldn't be that bad. I mean, it really has nice special attack. We can do kind of, 360, and you have the skill, which is really nice. You can close distance on an enemy's hit and then go 360. Seems pretty neat overall. So when tested out, not against bosses, it actually felt nice. I mean, if you get it relatively early in the game and you want to close on enemies and, be in a relatively safe distance, so you're dealing with several enemies, the 360 can really help. So it's pretty slow, but again, you get the 360, you get the reach, you have a bit reach also with the weapon itself. So overall, it kind of fits, many of the dangers that you're gonna encounter, especially early on with this weapon. And also be on the safe side of things. Yeah, don't expect like ultra reach. It has a good reach, but it's not that far. Yeah, and the damage is decent as well. Now, if you talk about later game bosses or just bosses in general, well, it's pretty lacking. And the thing is that it's very easy to punish you. The fact that you stay in there so much just to get that hit, this is just way too long. I think it wasn't for my parry, probably would have gotten like punished even so badly that they're probably just gonna delete this weapon. But no, it's not that bad. But the thing is that it's very easy to punish you if you execute your skill not at the right moment. Also, the attacks are relatively slow, so again, by the time I decide, alright, this is not the right time to do a second attack, it's already too late. And I do recommend buffing it up with extra elemental damage. And also using the Clergy's seal just to, amplify the damage a bit more, if you really want to make the best of it. So you can see without the elemental damage, the damage is just not there. And again, this is a new game +3. And the time that I actually got hit while actually being in midair, wow, I can't even stop counting. It happened so many times. Now, the reason for that is pretty simple, is because the animation is long and you can't really cancel it. So if you already start executing it and you get hit, well, you get hit. Basically, nothing you can do about it. So you need to wait for the entire animation to complete, and by this time you can get hit. Anyway, I try to force myself to be a bit more sluggish and maybe just dash instead of just parry, and see how it goes. So you can see like how punishable this weapon is. And even the damage of the skill is just not there with the other weapons. Look. This is embarrassing. Even the range, I was expecting more range, and I'm like, alright, come on, hit her. I'm not that far away from her. The weapon looks very long. Again, if you just go regular attack, it's so slow. 1, 2, and 3. By the time you try to finish it, you only get punished. Even if I wanted to do a follow-up against Ursula, for example, here, you know, it's just like so cringy. I'm just, you know, just trying to follow up after, you know, I do the skill, like here. Just to get a bit back, and then I try to follow up. No, no, no. Okay, a bit of yes, yes at the end. And of course, every weapon has their own, you know, relatively sensitivity to getting hit while actually executing a skill or an attack. But here, the animations, again, especially when you jump and you are mid-air and you stay like that for more, and relatively slow attack, again, because this is not like a, you know, fast technique weapon. So against special bosses, especially those fast attacking bosses, it will be much more punishing, like Ursula, for example. But again, earlier bosses, sometimes, you know, some of them are slower, or just stay still for a relatively longer time. It will be, of course, more efficient. But against later bosses, especially if you're looking towards more like end-game stuff, it just doesn't cut it, in my opinion. It's not you are not able to, of course, defeat bosses. This is, of course, if you're able to just dodge well or parry well. Again, you can just defeat bosses with every weapon, even without armor, without anything. It's just come to, you know, just mastering the combat. But if again you are a new player and starting out and you're building around, alright, this is a weapon that I'm going to stay throughout the game, and you're doing, you know, kind of a average, it will be quite difficult to do well with this weapon. Unless you again master the fight, and you know the chance to you're getting hit with anything is going to be low. Yeah, and basically that's it. Yeah, but I didn't expect a lot, but I wanted to check it out and see, you know, how it goes and find out, you know, maybe there's some secret weapons when you upgrade them completely early game, cheap ones, maybe just gonna surprise. This is not it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Cheers. By the way, if you have your thoughts about this weapon, maybe something that I missed, maybe like secret for this weapon, and maybe it's great against a certain boss, let us know in the comment section below. Always happy to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching.